Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Nakia. You're in my cozy little nook hideaway, and I read thrillers, horror, mystery, suspense, all of that into one, and a little sci-fi sprinkled in here. So if you're interested in the videos I have, you can check out what's on my channel, subscribe, and let's get into the video. All right, so in the month of February, we're not doing a Valentine's Day thing, we don't do that here. We're gonna keep the train going, but I was like, okay, I already knew 2 books I was gonna read for this month. They were already planned, one was planned, one was planned by end of last year, probably like December. The other one, I think I had started to plan it like a little bit somewhere in January. So I was like, okay, what kind of thing can I do for this month? I decided to do Is the Love Still There? And in this month, I will be reading a second book from authors that I have liked in the past, last year. I just started reading late last year. And these are all authors that I read their book and gave either like 4 or 5 stars, I'm pretty sure. So first up, we have R.L. Stine, and I will be reading The Babysitter. Ignore this copy. It is crusty, dusty, all that good stuff. It's from the library. As I've said in my previous videos, I get most of my books from the library. So, yeah, we'll see. No, but the pages are intact, so it's good. It's just the cover is just, But I had this on my list. It seemed intriguing. So yeah, just on the back, it says, from the minute Jenny accepts the Hagen babysitting job, she knows she's made a deadly mistake. The house is too dark, the neighbors are too suspicious, and a killer is getting close, very close. But I got this book, my daughter was like, gee, I wonder what it's about. So yeah, it's a babysitter and somebody's calling her and trying to kill her, I guess. So we'll see how this goes. I enjoyed Silent Night that I read for December, winter, Christmas time. So like I said, we'll see how this goes. Okay, and the next book, I swear I talk about this man way too much, but this author was the first book I read when I decided to try to get back into reading. And I am so glad this was the first book because it just invigorated me, made me want to keep going. Because if I had started with some of these other books I've come across, woohoo, I don't know if we'd be where we are today. You may not have Nakia's Hideaway. But anyway, that book was Lock Every Door, and the author, of course, is Riley Sager. So for February, I will be reading Home Before Dark. And you may notice something new. I have a Kindle Paperwhite. I will talk more about this in a mini haul video. I'm not sure if I'll post that before this, probably after. But yes, so I purchased this. This is mine to own. I already know I like Riley Sager's writing, so I was like, we just gonna purchase it. I am also doing this as a buddy read with my daughter, so that should be fun. And yeah, you'll see what we have to say in my February wrap up. But for right now, I'm excited. What I know about this book is, I have it here on my Kindle. Okay, this one is about a woman whose father wrote a horror memoir about a haunted house. And she gets older and decides to go to investigate the house to see is it haunted or not. That is about as much as I know. I know it switches from perspectives from the daughter in present day. And then I think she's going back through her dad's memoir, journals, whatever. And in the present day, she is in this haunted house. So I have heard so much about this book. I am so excited. Number one, that's my cat. I have heard so much about this book. Every time I would see a best of list of 2020, this book was on it. So I was like, all right, come January, February, I already had books planned for January, but come February, I am reading this book. I had purchased it in January, so I am excited. Can't wait. There we go. Home Before Dark. Next up, I am returning to my 5-star thriller read from 2020 author, and that is Rachel Caine. And this is the second from the Stillhouse Lake series. This is Kilman Creek. Once I found out there was a second book, I wanted to read it. And I think I knew since November of last year, but I had already decided I was going to do a winter theme for December. And then January, I wanted to participate in the New Year Bookathon or whatever it's called. So yeah, I was like, February, it's on. So it is on. it's February. And yeah, I cannot wait to read this book. I really don't want to spoil anything in case you want to read Stillhouse Lake. But again, we continue with the main character from Stillhouse Lake, and we will find out what happens to her after the end of the first book. I can't say anything else because, again, it will be a spoiler, but I cannot wait. I did a review of the first one. I will put it up here. You can check that out. But yeah, should be exciting. All right. And last but not least, I do not have like 12, 13 books that I go read every month. I got a lot done in January, but I don't know how. But February is already a shorter month, so I was like, let me not pile too much on. And Home Before Dark is a little bit lengthier, but I know when I read Lock Every Door, I got through that in a week. So hopefully I'll do the same with Home Before Dark. I mean, hey, if I got extra time, I got some things I can add in, then you'll have to stay tuned to find out. But as of right now, this is the last book. It is the second book in the Binti series, and this is Home by Nnedi Okorafor. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure. But Binti was my first sci-fi book that I read, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. If you don't know, it's in my January wrap-up. Lord. If I post that first, I'll link it here, but I probably will post it after, so you have to stay tuned. But yeah, I love this book, and as soon as I finished the first one, I was like, I got to read the second one. Just like with Kilman Creek, I don't want to say too much because this is a continuation from the first book, and if I start talking about what this one is about, it gives away stuff from the first one. But just know, as I said, I love the first one. I mean, briefly, it's about a young lady named Binti who gets accepted to this university in galaxies, and it's like her dream school. She has never left home, so you know her family doesn't want her to leave, but she decides to go anyway, and she gets on this ship that's taking her to the university. This is in the first Binti book, and things happen. Again, I will talk about it in my January wrap up, but yeah, so that one was a wild ride, and this one picks up from there, and I'm hoping this one is just as exciting as the first one, because it was just like I read it all in like 2-3 hours, and that one was like 90 pages. And this one is 162, so I'll probably read it quick too. We'll see. Stay tuned. So yes, that is my February reading plans, TBR, to be read if you don't know what that means. As I said, the theme for this month is the love still there with these authors that I loved from reading their first books. My first books for me, not first books ever. But anyway, so yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and you'll have to stay tuned for my February wrap up to see how these go. And if I switcheroo, change some things around or whatnot. Yeah, that is all I have for you. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I do respond. And until the next video, take care of yourself. Cuddle up, snuggie in your hideaway with your good books. And yes, be well. I will see you next time. Bye.